The fact that we haven't yet seen a stable Android 12 release for Pixel phones means that at least Samsung has the opportunity to catch up to Google with their One UI 4.0 Beta 2 update, and this is everything new in what is a modest OTA. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be notified about all our future uploads. A huge component on Android 12 on Pixel phones is now available as part of One UI 4.0 Beta 2, but with a few Samsung-ish tweaks in tow. Colour Theme, as Samsung has renamed it, is the Korean firm's take on dynamic colour and the Monet theming system seen on Pixel hardware already with the Android 12 beta phase. So, to enable this from your home screen, if you long press an empty space or pinch to zoom outwards and head to Wallpapers, you'll see a new option called Colour Theme. From this new panel, you'll be able to choose a 3-colour theme based upon your on-device wallpaper. You can leave it as is with the preset blue, white and black setup, or select one of up to 4 patterns which will be determined by your device. You'll see a nice preview pane above showing just what colours will be adopted across your device too. The effect isn't nearly as obvious as it is on Pixels, but it does work across almost all core One UI 4.0 system areas, including the settings, notification toggles, and the lock screen clock, and some of the other portions of that UI. It is worth noting that the change is reasonably noticeable across the board, but it's not quite as extensive as you might have expected. Instead, it's more of an accent addition that tweaks some UI elements, but doesn't appear to work with all of Google's recently updated and tuned first-party applications, including things like Google Messages, Gmail, and many more. You'll still see Material U tweaks on those apps, should they be updated, but for now at least, most will just tend to adhere to the stock or standard colours applied as part of the Material U updates. Some apps though are fully themed, but will depend heavily upon which version you do have installed and have updated. A fine example, and one you'll see here, is that of Google Podcasts, which will adjust based upon your wallpaper colour and that colour theme accenting for an overall quite cohesive and nice aesthetic appeal. Because of the inherent changes to apps as a result of your system accent colour, colour theme changes just how you'll experience Android 12 on your Samsung Galaxy device too. Google is pushing it hard for Pixel, and it was initially expected to be limited to made by Google devices, but the arrival here in One UI 4.0 Beta 2 is far earlier than expected, and as we're probably sure, very welcome from you out there. To explain, RAM Plus is a feature that uses a portion of your on-device storage to create virtual RAM, which ups the limit on your Galaxy smartphone. For higher-end Samsung Galaxy smartphones with in excess of 8 or 12 GB of RAM, this probably isn't going to be an issue, but for low-end devices with hardware limits, this could be a real way to expand or improve general performance levels and therefore lifespan. In One UI 4.0 Beta 2, you can't actually disable RAM Plus as it's simply enabled by default. You can see though how much space is being used by heading to Settings, Device Care and then Memory. Here you'll be able to clear up free RAM, as well as see just how much virtual memory is being adopted where the system deems necessary. We're not sure if this will actually decrease automatically or disable if you lack the available space on your device, but it appears to be capped, at least for now, at 4 GB. It's also worth noting that this isn't the same as physically adding 4 GB of RAM to your device, as it will be slower as a result, but it might help if heavy apps are taking up system resources, or you want to play things like more demanding games and are happy to sacrifice some other app performance levels as a result. It's also worth noting that this has already been released to some mid-rangers from Samsung, including the Galaxy A52 and even a couple of flagships including the Z Fold 3, but joining the main One UI 4.0 build could expand it to all devices and make it a really nice addition. When initiating a video call, you will have more options now at your fingertips as part of what is a Video Call Effects floating panel once you've updated to One UI 4.0 Beta 2. These include things like the ability to adjust background blur or add a colour or image to your background. Effectively, this simply mimics the kind of thing that you can already do in various video calling apps like Zoom, Google Meet, and many more on top, but this works on any app that your Galaxy device detects as a video calling app, making it much more pervasive. Enhancing those controls is also a new mic mode that lets you choose just what audio is picked up when making video calls. There's a standard mode which works just as you'd expect, a voice focus option which attempts to cut out any annoying background noise, but a neat option for group family calls is an option labelled all sound. When making large group calls, something fairly normal since the start of the pandemic, this might help as it boosts the audio picked up in the vicinity of your phone and therefore makes it clearer for the recipient of your call. It's almost as if Samsung lifted the ability to edit and then adjust the time and date metadata from images in the Gallery app right from Google Photos, although it's simply a highly requested feature for both of those mobile photo apps. Tapping the overflow menu within the Samsung Gallery and you'll be able to select the details option, and this will open up a metadata menu for any image within the Samsung Gallery app you have installed. From here you're able to edit everything from the photo name, even the location it was taken, and then on top of that the time and date, and this is all complete with dynamic colour supporting time and date pickers, and we must admit not having to upload photos to Google Photos and then edit them online or even use a third-party app is likely going to be a massive added feature for many that use the default Gallery app on their Galaxy devices. Not necessarily a massive upgrade, but provided you are using colour theme on your device, the Android 12 Easter egg will also now adhere to your preset theme, just like it does on Pixel smartphones running the Android 12 beta. Is this an important change? Well, no, but it's nice all the same. So if you want to try this modest set of additional features alongside the previous and more extensive add-ons, you'll need to sign up to the One UI 4.0 beta via the Samsung Members app. At this stage, this update, as of this video being published, has only rolled out to the US and UK, but more regions will get access to this Android 12 preview over the coming days. However, I've got to say at this stage, we'd suggest holding out a little longer to see more updates come out, as although this update does include a number of bug fixes, performance can be a little unstable at times with things like texture pop-ins and lag in certain apps when scrolling. Beta 3 will hopefully add a bit more stability, but for now it's a bit more hit or a bit more miss than hit than in our short time with this particular build, and we will be delving into more features on offer here to see if we can find some more. So One UI 4.0 Beta 2 is a very small update in terms of outright features being added, but given just how comprehensive Samsung's software skin is compared to the more vanilla builds of Android, it is hard to expect sweeping changes with each and every OTA upgrade. But we want to ask you, what do you want to see in future builds? Let us know down in the comment sections below. But as always, this is Damien with 9to5 Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.